Trivia. This is the truth. I'm not lying just because you're here in the show. Trivia. When my hair was bleached, halfway through, minura ko yung stylist, tapos nag-walk out ako. You know what the name of the stylist was? Are you ready? Pops.
Hindi nga.
Pops.
Sa US?
Meron isang time sa Glorieta, a nun walking with
Madre.
Madre. May kasamang payong. Lumalakad, nag-smile siya sa akin. Nag-smile din ako. Sabi niya, sinampal ako sa mall.
Oh, really?
Sinampal ako sa mall sa Glorieta. Sabi ko,
Affected.
bakit po? What? I'm so sorry. Did I offend you? Bakit iiwan mo si Pops? Ganon.
Alam mo parang pag nakikita ko si Kuya Mart, tapos ganitong setting, feeling ko, it reminds me of my childhood. Martin late at night, Martin after dark.
You watched all that?
Yes, may photo pa si Paul kasi nag-guest si Nestor De Villa, Jeric Soriano, and Paul Soriano sa Martin late at night or Martin after
Late
dark
at night.
ata.
One of those shows, yes.
Ako, pag tinatanong ako, sino ang isa sa kinoconsider kong best host na male in the Philippines, lagi kong sinasabi, and even yung daddy ko sinasabi, Martin Nievera.
Really?
Yes, kasi di ba you're a singer tapos host.
Like you?
Yung combo na yon.
Exactly like you.
Pero-
Minus the acting.
Pero 11 films ang nagawa.
Wow, you counting?
Yes!
Wow, blockbuster lahat.
Ni-research, 11 films. Pero, nung nag-start ka sa showbiz, akala ko at a very young age kasi, Kuya Mart, yung daddy mo is already in showbiz and he's already known and popular. Pero nung nag-start ka pala, medyo late na in the game.
I started very late, at about the age of 19. Is that late already? Medyo late yun, no?
Late in the game now.
Yes. Alam mo, Tony, yung very first concert ko never has been televised. That's how bad it was. Totoo. Hindi pa ako marunong kumanta na in tune because back in the day, iba yung mga sound system namin, iba yung banda, iba yung crowd.
Saan yung first concert?
Sa Folk Arts Theater, it's called Wanted Martin Live, 1983, day before the Ninoy incident. And we never saw it. No one ever saw it. We never televised it. Dahil napakapangit yung vocal skills ko. So I really had to learn how to be a good singer or how to be up to par with all of the Filipino singers because they're such great singers.
Ang dami magagaling.
Sobra.
Na singers dito sa Pilipinas.
I watched your interview with Safronio, and of course I was crying also, but the talent that he showed the world is just the tip of the iceberg of the talent we have here in the Philippines.
Pero dito sa Pilipinas kasi pag tinawag na The Voice sa lalaki, inarguably, para sa amin, Martin Nievera,
You
pagdating
think?
sa voice. Yung depth, yung lalim. Laging sinasabi ng daddy ko, ang boses ni Martin Nievera parang galing sa balon. Yung term na buong buo, yun, ganun yung boses mo.
Ang sinasabi ng daddy mo siguro yung pagdinig mo sa radyo, yung boses ni Martin or song ni Martin, alam mo kagad si Martin yun.
Yes.
May tatak Martin sa boses.
Yes! Yung malalim.
Parang bago sumuka. Doon galing yung role ko ng boses
Yes.
ko. Bueno.
Pero nakakapanibago, nung sinabi mo, Kuya Martin, na inaral mo pa, nag-practice ka pa, kasi ang iniisip namin, bata ka pa lang, magaling ka na kumanta.
Hindi. Nako. Sintonado. Yung twin sister ko, yung Alex ko, si Vicky, siya ang talagang pitch perfect, in tune palagi.
Siya ang magaling
Siya
kumanta.
ang ham, siya ang bida pag dumating sa kantahan.
Pero ikaw
I had to
nun?
learn. Well, joker. I was the joker. Hindi ako seryoso. Takbo-takbo sa kwarto habang kumakanta sila sa gitara. But then one day, my voice was changing and I changed, my voice cracked. And I found out that I had falsetto. Then my sister Gina heard it, said, try this song. And she made me sing a song, One Day in Your Life, You Remember a Place. And she made me do some high notes. Doon ako na feel, wow, sarap pala to. And then watching my father through the years, I tried to learn from him and pick up things from other singers that I loved growing up. Barry Manilow, James Ingram, Johnny Mathis,
Yan
and
ang
my
mga
father.
musical influences.
Yes.
Pero the biggest is your father.
The biggest. And it wasn't just his voice, it's the way he performs. Parang akala mo nasa ibang mundo siya. He loved performing. And he always tells me, always look into the light so people can see your eyes. It's the passion, it's the love of his craft, wanting to be better in every performance. That's what I was trying to learn from my dad.
Aside from look into the light, best advice na nabigay sa'yo ng daddy mo?
Humility. Never believe that you're bigger than you are. Don't get yabang, especially in the beginning of my career. Nako, Tony, kala mo kung ako lang nasa sa showbiz, the way they were promoting me, Concert King, Martin Nievera, sold out, this and that. So there was a time I really was like challenging myself, like, can this get any better? This is in the 80s and 90s, huh? So that advice really came handy because otherwise my head would be enormous. Hindi makakasya dito sa chair na to. But with the advice that my dad gave me, as quick as my head would inflate, they deflate it. I have a great family, and they always told me the truth.
Pero looking back when you were young, what was your original dream?
To follow whatever my father was doing. Yung galaw niya, yung lakad niya, yung salita niya. Ako palagi I used to actually do impressions of my father. We used to be part of a group called the Society of Seven. Dad knows this. And I would imitate all 7 of them. So I was already dreaming to be like my father. So whatever Dad would do, I wanted to do as well, no? So it really became a part of my bloodstream that I would one day become a singer.
Bakit 19 years old nung pumasok ka formally sa industriya?
When I was 17, before I got into the Philippines, nag-join ako sa isang singing contest na 4 days long. So I won the first day, I won the second day, I won on the third day, and then I competed against all the winners and became the champion. It's called the overall champion of the California State Talent Competition. That was my launching pad to know this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Now, I could be lying, Tony, because even I tried to Google it. I cannot find this competition anywhere.
Wala na.
So this could all be just hype.
Ano yung winning piece mo pala, Kuya Mark?
The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Or something high, like.
Yun ang
But
winning.
my name wasn't Martin Nievera. You know what I was?
Ano?
Contestant number 1049.
Walang name.
Every day, 1049 in the morning, kakanta si Martin Nievera.
Nung nag-champion ka na, sinabi na yung name mo.
Name ko.
Doon na.
Formerly known as 1049, Martin Nievera.
Martin Nievera. Tapos after mong manalo doon, pumunta ka ng Pilipinas.
Well, yung unang choice ko was to join it's like a talent search in Hollywood. So I asked my dad, I need $2,000. I want to join his da-da-da-da-da. Sabi ng daddy ko, sige, I'll give you a choice. I'll give you $2,000, bahala ka. I-try mo, pursue your dream. Or come with me to the Philippines and I will start you off. We'll do shows together. He was already envisioning kung anong yung start ko as a guest to my father, back-to-back kaming dalawa. Sure enough, I said, okay, I'll go with you. But I had a chance to go to Hollywood. So my dad said, you know what, just go and try it. I had one day. And I went to this audition and they all said to me, yeah, okay. Do you have any other plans? No. And they said, where are you going from? I'm planning to go to the Philippines with my father. Oh, you should go to the Philippines, get more experience. There are really great singers in the Philippines. You should go and give it a try, and then you come back. I never came back. Still here.
So, nung umuwi ka nung 19, kamusta yung unang experience na sumaba ka sa entertainment industry dito sa Pilipinas?
Well, thank God marami kong kilala dito sa Philippines. Unang-una si Tita Pilita Corrales. She allowed me to become a once-a-month guest sa TV show nila ni Jackie Du. The Pilita and Jackie Show. July 5, 1982. First time to come out. Somewhere down the road.
Yan ang kinanta mo?
Wala pa akong song eh.
Okay,
Our
yes,
roads are
yes.
gonna cross again. Na, 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 na. And then Jackie and I sang, Friends in Love. Oh. So that's how I started. And thank God for Tita Pilita, who I owe my life to Tita Pilita Corrales. She introduced me to Boss Vic Del Rosario. He signed me up with Vicar Records. And then we made songs together, records. I got Be My Lady.
And then, kailan yung nag-cross paths kayo ni Ate Pops?
Namit ko si Pops ilang beses na sa mga ibang TV shows. Have you heard of Spin a Win?
Penthouse ang narinig ko na.
Child. It's a show where all the artists go to promote, and she was promoting a movie with this guy named, Roel Santiago, and they were promoting a love team, and I was one of the guests singing as well with my father, and I saw her again and again and again. Then one day I was asked, have you ever done television before? I said, no, never. What's that? It sounds fun. And they gave me the script to do this late night show called Penthouse Live, and every Sunday, iba-iba yung mga co-host ko. Yung mga sikat ng babae sa showbiz.
Pero ikaw ang pinaka...
The guy.
The guy of the show.
The guy. The male host.
The face of
Kasi
the show.
galing kami sa isang babae, si Mercenaries. She was the
Yes.
female host, the only host. She said, let's try something different. Fritz Infante, my director of Penthouse Live, said, I want that Martin guy. I want something to make it young and loud and wild. When she became my co-host, gustong-gusto ng tao eh. Kasi si Martin hindi seryoso. Si Pops sobrang seryoso. Si Martin maraming mga faces. Si Pops poker face the whole time. So feeling nila, magandang match to. Opposites on one show. She was my co-host for 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and doon nag-develop lahat. Our friendship, our working relationship, our rapport with each other, yung timing. She knows when I'm going to ask a question. I know when she's going to ask a question.
I'm sure kaya siya na-retain as your regular co-host dahil nakitaan kayo ng chemistry
Yes.
and yung rapport and nagkaroon siguro ng clamor from the audience na you look good together.
Hindi lang yun, Tony. Nagsistart at that time, 80s going to 90s, yung love team era. So feeling nila, why don't these guys do like a movie? No, ayoko mag-movie dahil mahina ako sa Tagalog. So, I know, why don't they do concerts together?
Kayo ang naging representative sa singing,
Yes.
performing.
Love team.
Love team. Iba yung chemistry, iba yung rapport, iba yung dynamics ng
I have to agree,
relationship.
yes.
Nag-work sobra, then you fell in love, and then you got married, you became a family. Kaya lang siguro, dahil sobrang larger than life kayong pareho, tapos nagsama kayong dalawa, paano nyo mamamanage yun?
It's very, very hard. It's a lot harder now, I think.
If you look back, lalo na
If you
ngayon.
look back, yeah, because back then, we were both just starting. So, whether we want to admit it or not, may mga moments of, bakit siya? Bakit hindi ako? I never really saw it until I look back now and say, maybe if Pops and I just retained that kind of friendship that we've always had, maybe we would have lasted a little longer. Because only God knows kung gaano talaga ang dapat. Should it have been forever? Yeah, maybe. Should marriage really be forever? Yes, of course, definitely. But since ours didn't last till forever, maybe God's plan is something else. Maybe it's the love team that we started, that we never finished, that there doesn't seem to be an end. We have 2 beautiful children together that we've seen grow up and want to be part of their lives, very much so. Even as they, and even as we, get older, yun ang hinahanap namin palagi, yung gusto namin present and accounted for pag may kailangan yung mga anak namin. As a broken couple, it's really weird. But when we're on stage, you'd think that we're the best of friends. Because we'll even do our laundry, if you know what I mean. We'll do our laundry on stage. But at the end of the show, yung malalaman mo, yung magic, yung kung bakit kami kasama pa rin, kahit hindi kami kasama. Does that make
May
sense?
magic talaga yung Pops and Martin. So, I guess it's also heartbreaking for the Filipinos when hindi nag-work
Yes.
yung marriage.
More so us because we made everything so public. And we were never private about things. We would say things in public, we'd say things on TV, things you would not expect. We were literally doing our laundry on TV, on ASAP. I remember my last episode on ASAP, I couldn't take it anymore. Hiwalay na kami ni Pops, hindi alam ng buong mundo. Sa ibang kwarto kami. Sometimes, nasa hotel ako. Sa bahay si Pops, hindi alam ng tao. And I figured, you know what, I can't do this. I can't go every Sunday and pretend to be this perfect man, this concert king. And I had so many titles and labels that I was trying to live by na hindi dapat. I should have taken care of my family first. But no, ego took over. I went on TV and I said, this is my last time here. Lahat, si Sir Deo, everybody, what is he doing? Hindi alam ng lahat.
Alam din ni Pops na sasabihin mo.
Hindi alam ni Pops. We only saw each other in ASAP.
And ginagawa mo to live.
We did everything live. We announced we're getting married. We announced we're having a baby. And we announced that this is my last episode. We're having problems. We can't lie to you anymore. This is my last episode.
1996.
Following week, Pops did the same thing.
Nag-resign din siya.
Yeah. So we both left ASAP.
Kasi silang dalawa ang nag-start ng ASAP. Even the name ASAP, si Kuya Martin ang nagbigay.
I am the ass in ASAP.
It started, ano ngang year?
95.
1990.
1995, I was backstage. May tumaan sa akin si Jilmer D. Smart, we're doing a meeting next door. We're planning a new time show. You're part of it. I'm part of a new time show? Yeah, you're part of it. You and Pops. It's kind of like Penthouse, but not. Give me a title, a working title. Well, what you need when? When do you need it? I need it right now. You mean ASAP? You needed ASAP? ASAP, that's a perfect name. So he said to me, what's the title? What does it mean? What does ASAP mean? I don't know. I can't think of everything. Just make up something. I said, All-Star Sunday Afternoon Party. And that became the name. I got 0 pesos for that. Nothing. Not even a pat. Nothing.
Although kami alam na namin yun sa industry na si Kuya Martin ang nag-isip ng pangalan na ASAP. Kasi yung generation ngayon, ang nakikita na lang nila sa ASAP. Ang tingin sa inyo is the seniors. No, they are the original.
And that's hard to come by also. Imagine we were doing full songs. We were in every interview. And then now on the new ASAP.
Dami na.
Sa daming worthy of the roles.
Rotation na.
Rotation. So Martin will open. And then Martin will close. Bookends na si Martin. But before, I was all over that show. Every gap. So you have to really swallow a lot of, thank God for my dad's advice. You have to really swallow a lot of humility.
Humble pie.
To be able to stay. I stayed with ASAP only because I think I started it. And I think they'll have to fire me. They'll have to shoot me off that show.
1996, you said goodbye sa ASAP because you were having problems sa marriage. So paano yun nung umalis ka, Kuya Mark?
Umalis ako.
Even in the Philippines?
I left the Philippines. I did what, I don't know how many men would have done the same thing and try and make things right with the woman who helped you ruin your marriage. I don't know if that's the right way to do, but that's what I did. So I wanted to turn a wrong into a right. And I lived a big struggle. And I was missing the Philippines. I was missing my children, yeah. Changed the color of my hair. I mean, I went through such a bad time. I tried to make my hair platinum blonde.
Yes, nalala. May album kang ganun, platinum yung hair mo.
Masakit pala yun, Toni. And trivia. This is the truth. I'm not lying just because you're here in the show. Trivia. When my hair was bleached, halfway through, minura ko yung stylist. Tapos nag-walk out ako. You know what the name of the stylist was? Are you ready? Pops.
Hindi nga. Sa US? Baka na-trigger ka.
Yun na nga eh. I think...
Na-trigger ka, tapos hinahawakan pa yung buhok mo.
Tapos talagang sinadya niya na masakit to, ha? Kasi, syempre, fan ni Pops to.
Di ang hirap nun, Kuya Martin. Everywhere you go during that time, lagi ka pa rin associated with Ate Pops.
Always. Meron isang time sa Glorieta, bago pa yung Glorieta. A nun walking with her. Madre. May kasamang payong. Lumalakad, nag-smile siya sa akin. Nag-smile din ako. Sabi niya, sinampal ako sa mall.
Oh, really?
Sinampal ako sa mall sa Glorieta. Sabi ko,
Affected.
bakit po? Why? I'm so sorry. Did I offend you? Bakit iiwan mo si Pops? Ganon
sila ka-affected.
Yes. I stayed with her for 1 hour. Nag-usap kami. Inamin ko lahat ng ginawa ko na hindi tama.
Sanan?
Sanan.
Sa mall?
Sa mall. Sa gitna ng mall, nag-usap kami. Until I made her believe na talagang tama ka. Nakamali ako talaga. Pero, let's not, it takes two, baby. It takes two to tango. We are still trying to figure out, kami ni Pop, sabi ko, kung ano talagang nangyari sa amin dalawa, ba't tama ka? Nakamali ako. But you don't have to slap me, di ba? Until she calmed down. She was hysterical. Yung mga concert ko noon, ang daldal ko, di ba? So, oh, hi, what's your name? What's your name? Bakit iniwan mo si Pops? In Davao nangyari to. Yung show ko dapat 2.5 hours, nagiging 4 hours. Tapos
Dahil,
nag-explain ako sa buong Davao kung anong ginawa ko. Ganyan ako noon, yung talaga open na open. It was also therapy for me. If I had just kept it inside, I think I would have imploded. I started remaking album after album because I wanted to lock myself in the studio and sing, and I couldn't write songs. So ang ginawa ko, yung mga favorite songs ko, or yung songs ko noon, yung happy pa ako, I would sing it in the studio and record it. And I became a stand-up comic. I learned a new trait, using myself and my failed marriage, being an unfaithful husband, all of this. I used all of that as material for stand-up. When I would get into character and become the stand-up comic or the concert king or sing a song, close my eyes, turn the lights off, no one's looking, it became my therapy. And I think that's why I didn't do the inevitable, which there was a time I wanted to take my life because I felt the people will not accept me ever again. That's how it was back then. They really wanted so badly for us to be the perfect couple, and we weren't. Well, I wasn't. So I would write songs. I've written many songs during that time. I recorded these songs. People don't know the hidden secrets behind the songs. One song saved my life. It's called What's on the Other Side. It's an instrumental song that Sir Louis Ocampo wrote. Sabi ko, pwede ko hiramin yung song mo dahil wala akong alam na melody at I have to say something. And it became a song about me not wanting to be me. What's life like on the other side? And that saved my life.
eh di ba I'm sure at one point in your life, nagkakaroon ng realization. Then you said there were a lot of things I did wrong. Pero I'm sure there was a time you tried to make it right.
When you do wrong the person who you swore you would spend your life with, you'll never really see that person trying to improve because you only see one thing, and that's the wrong. Oh, no, I'm sorry, out, get out. No, get off your knees, out. How many times have I heard that? Pops probably won't even remember it, those days. When she said recently in an interview that she said, I really fought for this marriage. I really wanted it to work for my kids. So when the question came to me, I said, I don't remember that. Because I wasn't probably looking. I was trying to find blaming other things, blaming her, kasi ikaw, you're not doing this. Because like that, I looked for everyone else to blame except myself. And because of that, I could not see what I should have been looking at. And maybe the same goes for Pops. But yes, to answer your question, I believe I did try. But look at us, look at Pops and I now. We talk about this, we laugh about this, we joke about this, we talk about it on stage without even planning it.
Nanood ako nung last concert nyo.
Oh, you did?
Yung nakakaiyak yun, grabe. Yung vow, the
Now
now
vow.
vow.
Galing mo naman, you remember that?
Ay, hindi kasi walang tao ata sa Araneta na hindi naiyak dun sa segment na yon because they showed the wedding and your vows to each other.
I didn't see that.
And then you came out and you did the now
The
vow.
now vow.
Na parang yung vow nyo sa isa't isa as co-parents, as friends.
Kami ni Pops, medyo we are at a chapter or in a journey in our life na we're not holding hands anymore. We're not sleeping in the same bed anymore. But we still love each other.
You still love each other pero hindi na as lovers.
I like this love. I don't know if it makes sense, but I like this caring about her and both of us caring about our children. That's always been our driving force. We have a common denominator,
The
Robin and
children.
Ram, the children. And now we have a grandson. So, iba na kami ni Pops. Our friendship has blossomed into something better.
Nag-evolve na.
Nag-evolve.
Pero before you get to that stage, madami munang masasakit
Oh,
na
yeah.
dinaanan. Merong times na you can't stand each other. Paano kayo bumalik uli sa stage?
As I'm thinking now, I don't even remember what it was, when it was, where it was, kung saan kami nag-make up or said, hey, you know what, let's just forget about it. Walang ganun. It's just like we went on stage and we did our thing. I don't know if you know this, and I've never told this story, but there was a time that we had a show in Spain. Going to Spain would be one of the first times magpo-perform kami sa isang show. It was an old commitment of that had to be repeated.
Na magkahiwalay na kayo.
Hiwalay na kami. As in, hindi kami nag-uusap. At ito, yan hindi na alam ng lahat, buntis yung girlfriend ko. At hindi ko sinabi kay Pops. So, honest to God, my plan, pag dumating siya sa Spain, mag-uusap kami. I have to tell her that there's going to be another child. She reads the newspaper on the plane. Ricky Lowe, thank you. And it says,
Unahan ka.
someone leaked it before I even got to Spain na Martin's girl is going to be expecting a child. Hiwalay na kami. Pero masakit din yon, di ba? Lalong-lalo na hindi galing sa akin. Dapat galing sa akin. On stage, Toni. After the opening song, second song, third song, solo, mid-prod, nakaupo kami sa stool, kakanta kami ng mga love songs. Right there in front of the audience, the Filipinos in Spain, nag-usap kami. And not even in code. I had to read it on the plane. On stage.
Yung private na dapat.
How am I supposed to tell you this? No matter how I say it, no matter how you find out, you're gonna judge me. Ganon. And now we're...
Buti na lang wala pang...
Wala.
Can you imagine kung
Wala.
viral?
May cellphone.
Yun ang viral.
May cellphone, pero walang camera at the time.
Oh my gosh. Eh di gulat yung mga tao.
Gulat na gulat.
Kasi big revelation din yun para sa kanila.
Huge. She didn't even wait till after the show or
Di
before
na niya kaya.
on the stage. And then love song. Not love song, love songs. Medley ng Penthouse medley. Maybe there'll be no falling. No, how am I supposed to live with... Oh my God. After doing this
No,
revelation.
so nagganon-ganon kayo on stage. Pero kumanta pa rin.
Iba rin yung sigawan, ha? Yung magandang usapan, yung as if nobody's here. There's nobody there, just you and me.
Very public talaga yung love story.
I'm telling you,
And
that's
your journey.
why the pressure has always been so hard on us.
And even your title, Concert King and Queen. Tapos magko-concert uli kayo ni Ate Pops. Parang nag-work kayo as yung friends na performers on stage as Concert King and Queen kesa dun sa relationship, sa marriage.
It's weird because we're celebrating 40 years
In the industry.
as a love team. Yet the marriage didn't last, 11, 12 years.
Hindi nag-last yung marriage, pero nag-last yung partnership on stage. Why do you think may magic pag kayong dalawa yung nasa stage?
Then when we see each other, it's like two old friends. Nagka-catch up lang kami. Not taking away the magic na meron kami on stage. I know when she's gonna go left, I go right. She goes right, I go left. She goes up, I go down. We are so automatic from so many years of this magic. And I think that's what we celebrate on Feb 7 at the MOA Arena. Pops and I celebrate 40 years of this magic that brought some people together from the 80s until today. So it's our duty, I think, for us to celebrate this with them. And that's why I agreed to do this again with Pops.
It's for everyone who loved you, supported you, rooted for you.
But you'll know at the end of the show kung anong klaseng love to. Bakit ito naglalast at yung ibang klaseng love, the one you expected us to have, bakit yun hindi naglast, but ito naglalast?
So what's your definition of love in this stage of your life?
Love for me today is no expectations. It's unconditional. It's saying nothing as opposed to saying too much, giving too much, being too big. The smaller the amount of love that you have, sounds weird, the more love you can give. Because you're always reaching for it. You're not full of it so much that you're so complete. You're so full, hindi ka kakain. Kailangan little by little. Love should be given little by little and not all out. Otherwise, baka maubos pa. Baka magdalawang isip ka pa. My relationship now that I'm having with my girlfriend, she and I have the kind of love that children have. Like little kids, collecting toys, collecting memories, going to places we've never been, wanting to live as if tomorrow's our last day. That for me is love, adventure.
What's one thing you learned about marriage?
Marriage should be not in the public eye. It should really be just you and me, just us. Marriage should not be a textbook. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to act. Once you start thinking of marriage as a book or guidelines, hindi matutuloy. For me.
Totoo yan. Kasi nung bago pa lang ako kinasal, meron akong context ng marriage na akala ko by the book. Kasi growing up, akala mo ganito ang marriage, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. It's so different
You
when
write
you're
your
in
book, Tony. You write your book. I will write mine. And then I'll read it later.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song? Wow. The answer hasn't changed in 42 years. Is Kenny Loggins' Forever. Forever in my heart, forever you will be. And even when I'm gone, you'll be here in me, forever in my life. Always thought I'd be yours forever. There was a time on ASAP, and this is the truth, Gary and I would actually fight over Toni Gonzaga. Walang biro. In a good professional way. Paul, Paul. Nag-duet ka with Gary, he'll go like this to me. Pag duet tayo, nagdalawa nag-duet sa ASAP. Gary. Did you see the script? Who am I singing duet with? I just wanted to show you. Palagi kami nag-aaway kung sino magduduet, sino mag-host with the Toni Gonzaga. It's the truth.
Grabe naman si Kuya Martin.
Didn't I make your dad sing in your show? Martin Nievera fan yun.
Yes.
I mean, musically, right?
Yes. Daddy!
Oh,
Kuya Marts!
be my lady.
Kinakanta na
Come
dati
on.
ko yan. Be
Come to me
Yeah.
and take my hand. Remember you told me, that's the song I sang.
Yes! Yan ang
Tapos
kinakanta
may
ng daddy
sakit ka
ko.
pa. May sakit ako. Be my lady. Be my... Oh, and happy birthday!
Thank you. And ka-birthday mo, daddy ko. Feb 5 din siya.
No way!
Yeah.
He's not 62 though, is he?
70.
Shut up. He's so young.
He's 70.
Come to me and take my hand. And sing it.
Naku, mahihiya yan. Concert king
Truly,
eh.
I must let you know that I'm in love with you. All I want is you. It took me this long to be directed by this Soriano. You know how many times I've been directed by his father? Show me what I'm supposed to do.
You guys are just gonna walk like this and look at each other, rapport a little bit more, look at each other, laugh, smile.
Now, what is my feeling? My feeling, is there love there? Do I owe her money? Which one am I? Nothing?
Excitement.
Excitement, okay, excitement. To be part of her show, excitement. Okay. On the Tony, okay.
Oy, wag naman
On the
ganun.
hot seat of Tony, all right.